So we are going to be doing our proportion assignment. So I was told you could choose a movie poster, a music cover album, or a game cover album. So you should have already completed your sketches. So let's look at the sketches really quick just to see why it's important to do our sketches. So I did 4 sketches. That was an assignment. You guys had to do 4 sketches. My first one, not an original idea. It's what one of the posters look like. But I thought, oh, it's gonna look great. It'll be a lot of fun. I'll make the balloons, scale them up a lot bigger than the house. Then I thought about the Boy Scout or whatever he's in, and then putting the house, scaling it down in there. Then I kind of simplified this one and thought, well, what if we just take one balloon and scale it a lot larger than the house? My favorite idea ended up being my 4th idea, where the memory book that he looked through and popping up, scaling these up, the husband and wife, a silhouette of them. But I thought that might be a little bit too difficult to teach you guys at this level, the detail that was going to go into this one. So I decided to go with the 3rd option, which was not my first choice. So make sure that you guys are utilizing this time to sketch and get those ideas out. The more you brainstorm on those, you might come up with a better idea. So next, what I want you to do is I want you to do a little bit of research. I looked up the movie poster itself to kind of get an idea of the colors of the posters. I looked up the house to kind of get an idea of once again, the colors of the house and the shape of the house. Next, I really wanted to put the Disney logo on there because I felt like it needed that to make it pop. So now we're in Adobe Spark. You're going to go to Adobe Spark for Education, log in with your full student email. That's your student number at students.duvalschools.org, and your school password. That will give you a paid version for free with your school email. Once you're on the home page, let's go ahead and we're going to go to custom size. So this is the first time we're using custom size, and I want you guys to change right here. It says pixels. Let's change that to inches, and we are going to be doing the width is going to be 4 inches and the height is going to be 5 inches. So we want this to be portrait, so it's taller than it is wide. So 4 inches by 5 inches, and next. So now we've created our own artboard, our own size. So first things first, we're going to do a background. So we're going to go to icons, and we're going to choose an icon. And we are going to put, you know what, for this one, actually, let's do something a little fun. I'm going to go to photos, find free photos, and I'm going to look for blue texture. And I'm going to give this one a little bit of texture. I didn't do this in my Illustrator one for assignment, but let's find maybe something that has, might be nice. It's not exactly what I was looking for, but just for the sake of time, it will work. It's the right color blue. I kind of like having a little bit of texture in there. I'm going to add that to the background, and I'm going to rotate it. Actually, maybe we should rotate it before we get back. I'm going to rotate it. Want the darker area on the bottom. And now let's pin it to the background. I think we might be a little bit happier with that. I'm going to change the opacity on it. Bring my opacity down. I guess it's not letting me do that. There we go. I'm going to move it out. I'm going to actually add a blur. There we go. Since it's a background, it's not letting us change the opacity. I'm going to add a little bit of a blur. Ooh, I'm liking that a lot better. All right, here we go. Here's our background. Next, we want, going back to my sketch, I want squirrel. Squirrel. All right. I want a balloon. So I'm going to go to icons and I'm going to search a balloon. If they don't have a balloon, then next we can search an oval. Great. Ooh, there's some nice balloons on here. All right, let's find a balloon that we like. Ooh, I like this one. All right, that one will work. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this up a little bit. I know I want it up here, not referencing the movie. So, very nice. Not the color I'm looking for. Remember, I'm going to go back to the color. I've got there are some oranges in there, but we've got some bright blues, pinks, and things like that. So I'm going to come back over here, and I think I want to throw in a nice pink. So let's change our color. It's a little purple. Let's slide it over to pink. All right, I'm liking that. Nice. Okay, so we got our pink balloon. Now let's look for a house. So we're looking for a house, and we've got kind of a really cool roof line on that house. So I'm going to look for something not standard, a little bit cute. Such a cute little Victorian style house. Squirrel. That would be funny is to actually, like, for the up poster, just do squirrel. That would be pretty funny. Okay. I got distracted, really, for real, and I'm not looking for the house. I mean, I just was kind of in a daze, not looking at the right house. So I'm not finding one I love yet. So I might just pick the next one that I like. This one's actually kind of cute. All right. So once again, we're working with scale and proportion. So this scale, I'm going to scale this down quite a bit. So it's really tiny underneath there. And change the color. So I'm going to click on my color. I'm going to check out this yellow. I'm actually kind of liking that yellow. It's kind of fun. All right, nice. I'm going to choose that yellow. Next, we need a line tying the balloon to the house. So I'm going to go to look up line. And I'm going to find, we just need a standard little line. That one's a little too thick. So let me see if I can find one thinner. That one's a little bit better. All right, I'm going to bring that down, rotate it a little bit, bring it over. I'm going to bring it to the top of the house because I can throw it behind the balloon. But the house is kind of see-through in some of those areas, so I want to make sure it's above that. I do want to change the color to like a gray. I'm not going to go all the way black. Black is just a super harsh color, and when you're working with these bright, really pretty colors, it'd just be a really strong color. All right, I'm liking the gray, but I am going to change the order. So over here, layer order, I'm going to change that order, and I want to send it all the way to the back. I pinned this to the background, so it's not going behind that, but it went behind my balloon, and it went behind my house. Next, we need to add the text. So I'm going to go to text option, and I'm going to find something that I'm looking for a bold display font for the word up. I'm looking for a really bold, thick sans serif. We haven't really gotten too much into text yet. We'll talk about that more. But sans serif does not have all of the lines on the ends of the words. We'll get more into that later on. So I'm liking this. I think this is looking good. I want to make sure I have all caps. Oh, that is actually super cute. Okay. Not exactly the movie, but it will work. We're on Adobe Spark. We're a little bit limited. I can, however, go over here and I can change the font. So I guess that's a Chuck. So I can change it to another font to find something closer. Just for the sake of time on this video, I'm not going to do that. All right, my text is already white. If it was not the color I want, once again, you can check color, change the color to what you want. You can change your alignment. You can change the text. You can change the size. You have a lot of options here. We can add a shadow, an outline, things like that. Lastly, I'm going to go ahead and put in that icon, hopefully, the logo that I got. So hopefully I can get that. I might have to go down here to logos, but all right, so I'm going to go to logo, upload logo, and I'm going to go to the Disney Pixar PNG here. It's too small. Interesting. Okay. Let me see if I can upload that as a... Oh, it is here over here. All right, it did upload, and I clicked on it twice, so I got that in there twice. So I'm going to bring that right about there. I'm going to delete out this first one that I brought in, and there we have it. So really simple, easy. I think I do want to, however, make this balloon. I'm going to scale it up even bigger. I want to make it a little bit more predominant in my... All right. Okay. So I think that's good. We'll leave it there. Balance is good. We're going to bring this logo just a little bit closer to my text for proximity. We haven't talked about that yet, but we've got some balance. We have our alignment. Everything's kind of centered. And now we have our scale and proportion. So over here where it says projects in my post, you're going to change it to your first name, underscore, proportion. And then you're going to download it as a JPEG. Start download. You're going to go to Teams. Open Teams. Go to General Channel. Go to Class Notebook. Open up the navigation panel. You're going to go to your name. You're going to open up your name. I'm going to go to the content library for an example. Go to third quarter, your third quarter folder under your name. You should already have a page that's titled Proportion Poster. This should be done. So you told me what movie or music or video you did. And then you also added your sketches there. Then you're going to add your poster. So that's the one I did in Adobe Illustrator. So you're going to go to Insert. Make sure your cursor's in the body of the text. Insert Picture from File. Choose where. It's going to be in my downloads. Open and insert. All right, so there we have it. And I just want you all to remember that adventure is out there.